May we begin the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Order! Colors! Right, face! Forward, march!
Good morning, once again, and welcome to Portsmouth's 137th Annual Memorial Day Parade commemorative ceremony in Wreath Lane. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank my fellow members of the Portsmouth City Council, our new city manager, city staff, and very special guests for their attendance. And for the first time in our history of producing this event, the leaders of the Norfolk Naval Shipyard, Naval Medical Center Portsmouth, and the U.S. Coast Guard are all capable, strong, wonderful ladies. And I like that. Thank you all for your participation. Again, welcome to all of you, and greetings to each person who will see this ceremony via PC, TV, and the city's YouTube channel. Due to the continued and evolving impact of COVID-19, masking and social distancing guidelines, we are continuing to make changes in annual events and traditions so that we and city staff can help and keep the public be safe. Our statement of purpose this morning: 2021 marks the 137th year of Portsmouth Annual Memorial Day Parade. It is the oldest continuing parade of its kind in the country. And as such, we wanted to remember that tradition and observe the essence of the Memorial Day holiday. Our gathering on this Memorial Day and similar observances around the country provides Americans the opportunity to say thank you. And we remember you. Today, we remember the fallen. Portsmouth's annual Memorial Day Parade, in all its pageantry, made all of us proud of our military and veterans. With their various displays of marching units, high school and college bands, playing patriotic songs, and drill teams exhibiting American flags and colors, our parade also paid tribute to all those among us who have served and who are currently serving in the military, as well as those who have lost loved ones in the service. The parade will always remain a grand tradition. Please welcome to the podium, in the order of your program, Rear Admiral Laura M. Dickey, Commander, 5th Coast Guard District. Admiral Dickey.
Mr. Mayor, Councilman, Captain Wolfson, Captain Mulligan, distinguished guests, fellow veterans, fellow citizens, thank you for attending today. Despite the challenges of the past year, it is right that we continue Portsmouth's proud 137-year tradition of remembering our military men and women who died in our nation's wars. For many in our country, this weekend is about cookouts and going to the beach. But those of us here today remember the more than 4,400 men who died storming a beach in Normandy in France 77 years ago this week. 19 of those soldiers came from the small community of Bedford, Virginia. For a town of 3,200, this was a tremendous loss. Proportionately, it was the nation's severest loss, and so Bedford was chosen as the home of the National D-Day Memorial. But whether it is a large city or the smallest town, there are commemorations like ours here today that tell those who died for us that we honor them, tell their families that we remember them, and remind all of us of their sacrifice. In researching the origins of Memorial Day, I found that there is disagreement over who started the practice of Decoration Day and which town was first with their commemorations. But what matters more is that for all of our disagreements, and in a time where it seems our country is ever at odds, we have remained united in over the decades, and here in Portsmouth for 137 years, to ensuring we honor those that died in service to our country. We recognize, just as the women who laid memorials at the graves of soldiers who fought on the opposite side in the Civil War, that these were husbands, fathers, sons, and now wives, mothers, and daughters who left their homes and didn't return alive. They came home in a pine box, or were buried where they fell, or left behind in a foreign land, or lost at sea. As a nation, we come together to honor them, to remember them, and to thank them. As Major General John Logan, founder of a veterans group and recognized as a founder of Memorial Day commemorations, once said, "Let no neglect, no ravages of time testify to the present or to the coming generations that we have forgotten as a people the cost of a free and undivided republic." As a small community that understands the military better than most, Portsmouth knows all too well about service and sacrifice. While I don't know how many Portsmouth residents have been lost in service over the years, I recall the name Lieutenant Commander Eric Christensen, who was born in Portsmouth on March 15, 1972. Like so many, he was the son of a Navy officer who made Portsmouth home during a tour of duty. Lieutenant Commander Christensen followed his father into service and became a SEAL. He was killed on June 22, 2005, in Kunar Province, Afghanistan, when the helicopter he was on was dispatched to rescue a SEAL team and was shot down by an RPG. All 16 aboard were killed, and it was the worst single-day loss of life from Navy Special Warfare personnel since World War II. As a country, we try to remember our heroes with national monuments dedicated to the wars they served in. The National Mall has memorials to the 116,000 who died in World War I, the 405,000 in World War II, the 40,000 killed in Korea, and the 58,000 in Vietnam. And the Vietnam Wall is getting another name this week, as one family who has worked for years to ensure that their loved one's name has been properly recorded, because they know that that memorial matters. It matters to those families. And someday there will be a memorial to honor the 7,036 men and women killed in Iraq and Afghanistan over the past 20 years, and for those whose loss is still fresh in our minds. We honor the fallen in other ways, such as Damage Control 3rd Class Nathan Bruckenthal, a 24-year-old Coast Guardsman who was killed by a suicide vessel while patrolling off Iraq in April 2004, and who left a wife and an unborn daughter. We have named a Coast Guard cutter for him that patrols the waters here in the Mid-Atlantic region. But these grand memorials are augmented by the thousands of community memorials across our country, and by the small memorials on mantles and walls in the homes of the families for whom Memorial Day is every day. If you are a Gold Star family in attendance today, I know that mere words cannot adequately repay you for your loss, but you have our eternal gratitude and respect. As the 19th century statesman Daniel Webster once said, "Let their remembrance be as lasting as the land they honored." The U.S. Code states that the flag will be flown at half-staff this morning. At noon it is to be raised sharply to full staff, and so we will raise it up in memory of the fallen, and it will fly high and proud over the land of the free because of those who were brave. Thank you for taking time today and every day to remember the 1.3 million soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen, our fellow citizens who have given their lives in service to our nation. May God bless them, their families, and our great nation. Thank you.
Next, we will have Captain Lisa Mulligan, Commanding Officer, Naval Medical Center, Portsmouth. Captain Mulligan.
Good morning, Mayor Glover, council members, Admiral Dickey, Captain Wolfson, and the citizens of Portsmouth. Thank you for the privilege of participating in the Portsmouth Memorial Day commemoration. It means a great deal to me to be here today representing Naval Medical Center Portsmouth on such a solemn and poignant occasion, Memorial Day, a day when we remember and honor those who lost their lives in military service. So thank you to all who came out today, and a special thank you to Gold Star family members present. Taking this day to honor our fallen heroes, we also honor your profound sacrifice to this country. Memorial Day is such an important commemoration for our country. It's an opportunity for us to pause and show gratitude to those heroes whose love of their country and their countrymen was so deep that they made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of them. Historically, many of those who died in defense of our country were very young, and yet their commitment was unwavering and driven by an incredible sense of duty. That duty was and is to preserve all the American greatness and potential for future generations and for the love of their fellow servicemen and women with whom they served. From the Civil War to the World Wars, to Vietnam, Korea, and now the most recent conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, heroes gave their lives to preserve our freedom. We gather here to express our deepest gratitude for their service to their country. Memorial Day is also an opportunity to pause and thank the families of those servicemen and women who gave their lives. Those who survived the loss of a hero bear the weight of that sacrifice throughout the remainder of their lives. And finally, for us, it is a time to reflect, to ensure that we continue to uphold the values for which they gave their lives. It is our responsibility to those who have died in military service to protect our way of life, to ensure that we continue to take America on the right path, that we honor all the potential that America's democracy holds, and that we never stray from our core values. In the words of then President John F. Kennedy, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Captain Mulligan. And I think I would be remiss if I did not mention that you will soon be retiring. And on behalf of the city of Portsmouth, we want to thank you for your service to Portsmouth, and we certainly wish you fair winds and following seas.
Thank you very much.
Captain Diana Wolfson, Commander, Norfolk Naval Shipyard.
Mayor Glover, Admiral Dickey, Captain Mulligan, and distinguished guests. What an awesome opportunity to be here with you today for Portsmouth's annual Memorial Day observance. As one of the longest running Memorial Day observances for our nation, not even a pandemic can prevent Portsmouth from recognizing the significance of this occasion. I'm happy to see this ceremony is ramping up its efforts compared to last year, which was on a smaller scale by necessity. But today is another reminder that we are slowly but surely and returning to our pre-pandemic way of life.
Yes, ma'am.
Memorial Day is so significant to our Navy and our nation. I often talk to our team members at Norfolk Naval Shipyard about the importance of putting shipyard ahead of self, meaning to prioritize the critical nature of our work ahead of our own interests, and to know we truly serve a cause so much greater than ourselves as individuals. Those devoted members who have lost their lives in defense of our nation absolutely knew the full gravity of putting service ahead of selves. Such a proud sense of duty was instilled in me at a very young age from my father, who served in the United States Army. He taught me the significance of discipline, responsibility, and integrity. It's important to remember those qualities on Memorial Day and how they apply to our fallen brothers and sisters. They had the discipline to understand their motives, to willingly sacrifice their lives to protect their families, their community, and our country. They had the sense of responsibility to shoulder this burden with purpose and with pride. They had the integrity to do what is right and honor their commitments to their dying breath. At America's shipyard, we are on the front lines of delivering combat power through on-time delivery of combat-ready ships, submarines, and systems. It's amazing to consider the countless number of sailors in the coming years and decades who will serve on the platforms serviced by our shipyard. We protect them by ensuring our work is of uncompromising quality, held to the highest standards, ensuring the Navy can sail to the furthest reaches of the globe to safeguard our nation and protect our interests. Our job is to ensure our Navy members can do theirs to their fullest ability. We may be 30 years removed from the Cold War and 20 years since terrorists attacked our country on 9/11, but we are facing very real and very concerning threats on the world stage. Our country is now in the midst of a great power competition with China and Russia, and our Navy is essential for maintaining stability around the world and security for our nation. The sobering reality is that we must all accept that no leader ever really knows how close they are to the next war. I often talk at our shipyard about how critical our people are. And that's because it's the people that make change. It's the people that drive results. And that's so true with our fallen brothers and sisters. Their sacrifices, tragic as they were not in vain. It's their efforts that delivered democracy, drove back oppression, and showed us that while freedom isn't free, it is absolutely priceless. And today, we must remember them, recognize their efforts, and reflect on how they model the most proud and patriotic qualities of the American citizenry. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Wolfson. Thank you very much. We will now have the laying of the memorial wreath. Would you please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. We will now have a military medley by the Tidewater Concert Band. Thank you, Tidewater Concert Band. Some of you may be asking the question, what was that medley? So the medley includes the songs of each branch of service. So when you saw those individuals standing, they heard their song, so they knew when to stand. So that's what the medley was all about. So thank you, each and every one of you, for your service to our country. In closing, as we continue as a country to strive and work toward that more perfect union, it is incumbent upon each of us, each and every one of us, to never forget the reason that we all enjoy the freedoms, that we're able to do the things and have those opportunities to voice our concerns and work hard and share and build something that is great for our country is because of those brave men and women who sacrificed everything so that we would have those opportunities. Although we know our country isn't the great country we would all like it to be in some regards, we continue to strive, we continue to grow, and we continue to evolve as a nation. But let us remember, today, let us be one, let us be together. And when you leave here today, please take a moment before the barbecues and the events and family, take a moment to perhaps visit a cemetery, a military cemetery, or think about a loved one that someone may have lost or that you may have lost in service to our country. I am grateful. I am grateful for the opportunity to stand before you and to recognize that if those individuals had done what they had done, we would not be here to enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy. So enjoy your day, reflect, and think about how we can all work together to make a better tomorrow. Thank you for being here, and thank you, Captain Wolfson. Thank you, Captain Mulligan. Thank you, Admiral Dickey, and thank you, citizens of Portsmouth, for participating today. Have a great day.